Nicely done. Great. There, perfect. Do you want me to hold the mic, or are you going to hold it?
No, I'm going to hold it. For recording purposes, if I can get your name, please, and your position, sir.
Sure. My name is Stuart Coxe, Stuartcoxe, and I'm the executive producer of The Secret Path.
Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. First, thank you so much for doing this interview. The Secret Path, what exactly is this? This is something we're going to see on CBC?
Yeah, this started with Gord Downie being drawn to the story of a little boy named Chanie Wenjack who died trying to get home. And Gord was so inspired by that story and felt it symbolized something about the tragedy of residential schools that not enough Canadians understand. And he started with poetry. It became an album. It became a book. And it became an animated film. And it is now a live show here in Toronto. And then on Sunday on CBC, there'll be all of those elements brought together.
What was it like putting this together for you? I mean, you've probably done a lot of projects, but this one I think probably had a little bit more emotion for you.
I'll give you an example. After the Ottawa show, there is a tradition that they gather the tears of the audience and they bring them to the sacred fire so that no tear is lost. And there were 2,300 people in the National Arts Center. Everybody had Kleenexes. Several had several Kleenexes, sodden Kleenexes for these bags. Never had an experience like this. Nothing. There's no one. Talk to the artists behind the scenes. Life-changing for everyone involved.
What is it that we're going to see, and what are we going to learn? I mean, you told me about the story, but there's probably some important elements that we are going to learn that we don't realize what's going on in that area and with those with the people.
I think the core, this is just one project. It's a personal act of reconciliation on Gord's part and the musicians and all of us involved. And the goal of that is to give Canadians an emotional sense of the story and hopefully to encourage them to learn more. I will tell you, I hope you have a chance to speak to Chanie's sister, Pearl, who's here. She, for many years, felt that no one would know their story. Their own family story. She was a residential school survivor. Her sisters were residential school survivors. Her nieces, her children. Residential schools went on until 1996. So once you start to peel back the layers on this, it's shocking. And we hope that this project can encourage people to learn more for themselves and to talk to people who've been through this experience.
And there's also there's a fund connected with this too, correct?
Yeah, we just started last Thursday, and it wasn't our intention to start a fund, but we felt that this is a moment where Gord has national attention on this issue, and if we could capture some of that energy and use it for good, and we have had thousands of Canadians already sign up at downiewenjack.ca. It's been overwhelming. Friends and colleagues of ours in the fundraising business have never seen anything like it.
And again, so one more time, we just want to make sure, on CBC, when is it going to be on? And, of course, the live show and everything else.
So the show is on CBC at 9 p.m. Eastern. It's an hour-long show, commercial-free. If you get a chance to settle down with your kids, I encourage you to do it. It's a very emotional time. You can join us afterwards. There'll be a Facebook Live stream. There are viewing parties being set up from coast to coast to coast. And take part in that discussion. Buy the book if you can, and continue the conversation.
Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much.